they can pass it easily for the test, or they do understand 100% of the exaggerated language use or exaggerated language communication. So when a child begins with this, they can be able to understand the content, which is word to use, to read, and especially they know how to understand the way how to use the word, how to communicate, and how to speak, how to begin their presentation, and especially they can do whatever like debates on the stage. So this is not from from my own perspective, but it's just extracted from Mr. Rosell and Coder in 2008, page 208. This is all we call concept. Alright, here another learning outcomes again. So learning outcome for student. So in order to make sure the student can be able to get the reality of the task, or they can be able to improve their own ability, the student will be learn from actually we call many kinds of notification. But I would like to pick up on 4. This is called the student can be improve the reading comprehension. So when the student know exactly how to use vocabulary, how to learn vocabulary in classroom, they will be able to read the text as a whole, and they can be challenged with the other student in classroom. The second one, it important language development. So what does it mean, language development? Normally, language development is kind of the process which is referred to the language use. So some students, they know only one vocabulary, but the other student, they might learn in other languages, or they can learn more than one languages. You can say like what we call synonym. So in my classroom, in level 12, I never ever let my student learn only one word. I don't try to teach my student by giving them, giving them like we call definition, word and definition. But I try to provoke them many kind of language use. Well, like antonym, like synonym, and another social language use that make them feel very comfortable. They can use it to communicate around, and especially they can start their own presentation and the other assignment fluently. The third one is talking about communicating idea. So what does it mean, communicating idea? Communicating idea refers to any kind of concept, any kind of opinion that a student have learned in classroom. So it's basically based on 4 skills that have learned in classroom, in each level or in each classes. So 4 skills refer to reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Expressing yourself in writing. So as you can see, if the student know exactly how to use vocabulary and they can speak very well, the writing is one part of the tactics that they can use it to promote their own writing. So whenever the writing is not too long, or any kinds of process, which is we can start from a short or long, that's okay. But it should be paragraph, it should be essay, it should be in a kind of the reflection paper that makes sense, that the student can learn so far. And the last but not least, we can see the occupational success. So normally when the student know exactly how to start their own communications, their own speaking languages, or we call their own language use, they might know exactly they can do it for their own interview. So the other student will be able to get a job. Whenever they did not know exactly how to speak, how to communicate, how to use English as the universal language, they will not get a job. So this is very important for vocabulary learning and especially the speaking. Alright, so let me come up with the task blueprint and its description. But let me come up with this. So basically, if you talk about task blueprint, so many students will be able to say that I don't really understand what does blueprint mean. Let me give you an example. A blueprint is talking about it's a reliable tool for a learning objective, which is can have the student, have the other teacher, have the other management team can be able to access the student learning progress. So the blueprints is also should be part of evaluation process here. You see, it used to ensure we call validity and we call